7 Christmas traditions in Italy and how they differ to England. Let's go. Number 1, the Feast of the Seven Fish. In Italy on Christmas Eve, it's traditional to eat a feast of seafood. Whilst this is a very traditional tradition, if that makes sense, typically Italians don't eat meat on Christmas Eve and they feast on seafood or the 7 fish. Number 2, the typical Italian dessert is panettone or pandoro. So these are bread-like desserts, whereas in the UK, our typical Christmas dessert is Christmas pudding. At any Italian Christmas gathering, you'll find panettone or pandoro. Number 3, la befana. This one is my favourite. So on the night of January 5th in Italy, apparently an old woman witch flies in on her broomstick and leaves children coal if they're naughty children or sweets if they're good children in their stockings or their calza. I find this crazy as an English person because that's basically like Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. So in England, we have stockings on Christmas Eve and Santa leaves coal for naughty children or sweets for good children that we then open on the day of Christmas Day. Random fact, did you know that 70% of the world's cosmetics are made in Italy? Number 4, Italians open their presents on Christmas Eve. So it's typical for Italians to actually open some of their presents on Christmas Eve, which for an English person is just unheard of. You have to wait till Christmas Day to open your presents. Number 5, il presepe. Il presepe is super important in Italy and it's basically an intricate nativity scene. We do have the nativity scene in the UK, obviously, but it's much more important in Italy. Also, this makeup, guys, 100% made in Italy, which is why I love them. I love supporting Made in Italy, but just look at my lashes with one coat. It's insane. Number 6, tombola. During the Christmas period, family and friends get together to play a bingo-like game called tombola, and it gets pretty rowdy. And finally, number 7, what do Italians eat on New Year's Eve? So it's traditional for Italians to eat lenticchie e cotechino. This is lentils with a type of meat. This is really important for Italians because there's a saying, the more lentils you eat, the richer you'll be for the new year. Obviously, everyone wants to be rich, so Italians like to eat lots of lentils on New Year's Eve. We all know how superstitious Italians are. In terms of New Year's Eve in England, we don't really have any culinary traditions. Now you guys comment your family Christmas traditions.